What's up guys, CJ here and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid News Now. Yep, trying something a little bit different today. Not sure if we're gonna stick with it. I wanna hear your thoughts in the comment section down below, but if we do stick with it, I'm gonna need some more posters, and if you have suggestions about that, drop them down below as well. Today's video is brought to you especially by Loot Crate. You could save 10% on any subscription just by going to our exclusive link, www.trylootcrate.com/hybridnetwork. And once you're there, just use the promo code BRIDGE10 to get those savings. Lots of cool news from around the comic book world today. First up, straight from the Flash, some new information about Flashpoint and a legendary speedster's return. Then another major villain added to the cast of Black Panther. And finally, last but not least, in our viewer-suggested story of the day, our first look at Valiant's legendary warrior Ninjak in live-action form. We're now just 6 days from the Season 3 premiere, and honestly guys, the hype is at an all-time high. I cannot wait to see what's in store this season. Well, we do know 2 new things today, with information coming to us straight from the CW in the form of some all-new promo pictures. Let's just go ahead and start with the obvious. Jay Garrick is back. And we have 0 details on what his role will be in Season 3, but even just including him has me super excited. I mean, his reveal was one of the best things about last season, even though it did come at the very end. In another one of those promo pictures, it looks like Barry's facing off with a mysterious black-suited speedster, so maybe, just maybe, I'll get that Jay Garrick rival showdown that I've been wanting since the rival was announced. But let's get down to maybe the biggest reveal of the promo images. One of the biggest questions since Flashpoint was announced for Season 3 was just how long would it last? Some hopeful, maybe naive optimists like myself could see it running the entire season, while others played it a little safer. They said it couldn't run more than 8 episodes, maybe just 6, maybe even just 4, but very, very few people could have predicted it would be as short as it is. While the effects of Flashpoint might run the full season and maybe even some more, Barry will only actually be in the Flashpoint world for 1 episode. Don't worry, I'll show my work for this. Let's take a look at one of these promo pictures from the 2nd episode of the 3rd season, specifically this one of everybody's favorite superhero name generator, Cisco Ramon. So what's wrong with this picture? How do I know everything's back to normal? Well, look really, really closely at your boy Cisco. What's different? Well, judging by the fact that he looks like the normal Cisco, it's pretty obvious that they aren't in Kansas anymore. Or wait, are they back in Kansas? If you didn't catch where I was going there, the fact that he's not dressed to the nines like the genius billionaire playboy philanthropist Mr. Ramon version of Cisco means it's probably a safe bet that we aren't in the Flashpoint world anymore. But that doesn't mean that Flashpoint won't have some wide-ranging and long-running impacts. I mean, the description for that 2nd episode that these promo pictures come from makes it very, very clear that Barry's breaking the time barrier might have permanently changed his home universe. So I want to hear from you guys. Comment question of the day, what do you think of Jay Garrick's return? And what do you think of the CW's super short Flashpoint adaptation? On to the next story of the day. Marvel and Black Panther have added another villain to the film's already impressive cast. That's right, Variety sources have confirmed to them that Chadwick Boseman's King T'Challa won't just have to battle Michael B. Jordan's Eric Killmonger, but also the massive M'Baku the Man-ape. The report reveals that Marvel's actually already cast an actor, Winston Duke, who you might know from his time on Person of Interest or CW's The Messengers. And I've got to say, Duke absolutely looks the part, even for the physically imposing role. I mean, he's 6'6", he's already 230 pounds, and I think he could actually bulk up even a little bit more, so he really just dwarfs Boseman, who's only 6 feet tall. So personally, I love the casting, but I also just love the addition in general. I mean, Marvel's not pulling any punches with this movie, coming right out of the gate with Killmonger and Man-ape, both not only great villains and 2 of Black Panther's best, but also deeply rooted in Wakanda's political landscape. But moving right along to our last segment, the subscriber-suggested story of the day brought to you again by Loot Crate. And if you haven't heard about Loot Crate, it's this incredible subscription service. Each month they send you this crate full of goodies with each item relating to a different, unique monthly theme. October's theme is horror, super fitting for Halloween, and I've heard it's going to include items from The Walking Dead, Friday the 13th, and other horror classics. The subscription is worth way more than what it would retail for, and you can get it even cheaper with 10% off any subscription just by using our exclusive link, www.trylootcrate.com/hybridnetwork. Once again, that's www.trylootcrate.com/hybridnetwork. And once you're there, just use the promo code BRIDGE10 and get all that great stuff on the cheap. In our last story of the day, the viewer-suggested segment, something I am personally very excited to be seeing in person next week at New York Comic Con, the first ever live-action take on Valiant's character Ninjak. Valiant's teamed up with Bat in the Sun for a very special version of their series Superpower Beatdown, and until today, all we knew was that it would include the character Ninjak. Well, we have our very first look at the live-action version of Ninjak, as played by Michael Rowe, the CW's Deadshot himself, and here it is. It looks awesome. It's incredible how accurate it is. Honestly, it's maybe the most accurate comic book adaptation costume I've ever seen. Ninjak, for those of you that don't know, and maybe some of you that have never even heard of him, is one of Valiant's core characters. Essentially, he's a super spy that works for MI6 with extensive martial arts expertise. Think James Bond meets Snake Eyes meets Batman. I honestly can't wait to see more, and you can bet HN will have you covered on this and all things coming out of NYCC, but that's going to do it for today's HNN. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider supporting us on Patreon. And please let me know what you thought of the whole set change. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.